Boots, bats and balls on Six Towns Radio.
I mean, the sending off obviously has changed the shape of the game, and I'm sure Norwich management and team will feel that affected them adversely, and strange decision from the lad to go into that challenge.
I think it's just a bad decision from Gary. I think the balls get out aimlessly at the halfway line. I don't think there was any sort of flashpoints before that sort of riled them up or anything like it, and I think I was surprised as much as anybody else to see the tackle that went in. And to be honest, there was no defending it. It was certainly a sending off, and Gary's come in and apologised to his teammates at half time. But for an experienced player, if I had to pick anybody in their squad that wouldn't do that, it would probably be Gary Neil. It's completely out of his character, and for him to make that decision in such an important game for us was silly to say the least.
That point, you think, certainly an advantage to us, but we've seen examples where you go up against a team that's down to 10 men. Sometimes that can be more difficult than going up against a full complement.
It didn't help us in any way, shape or form. I think it sort of made our task a lot more difficult, because I felt up until that point I thought we'd started the game really well. I thought it was a relatively even game. Could even argue I thought we might have shaded it. I thought we had a real good chance. I think Ryan Bennett had one where Jack Burton saved his left hand side, and we looked threatening, so we were pleased with how the game was going. And then obviously I think that was a big turning point. Gave Stoke an advantage, and to be fair to Stoke, I thought they took advantage of it as well.
We had to be patient. Scored a great opening goal, and at that point you think, well, we should be able to manage the game to a conclusion and add to a total. But credit to Norwich, they were organised, got people back into position quickly to frustrate us, and we're always a threat going the other way because they've got a little bit of pace. Scored a great goal, so at 1-1 we're a little bit frustrated.
Obviously when we get the equaliser, it's a fantastic strike for Johnny Howson. I felt that Stoke were starting to get a bit agitated, I could hear the fans getting a bit sort of frustrated. And then the second goal we concede one where it's in about the edge of our box, and we just need to go and apply pressure and make him force it wider back, and we don't, and we end up, the ball ends up in the bottom corner. And I think from that point onwards it becomes a real tough task for us.
We kept going, and in the end Jocelu's produced a great strike on the edge of the box, which we're really pleased about. Of late he's really adding it to the team, and his contribution is quite marked at the moment. He's either creating chances or scoring them himself, so we're really pleased with what he's producing at the moment. In the end the third goal's unlucky for them, but we're able to see the game out quite comfortably at the end.
It seemed to be an error-ridden game first off. What's the best place batting? I think the weather affected that.
I always think that Stoke's a hard place to come. I think because there's open ends at the sort of sides of the stadium, I think it makes for more wind coming through the sort of ground, if you like, when the game's getting played. I think it was probably a combination of the weather and also maybe the players maybe not looking after the ball as well as they normally do.
Okay. Two things, Mark. Were they tactical?
Well, Marco has been struggling with his hamstring, tightness in his hamstring for a couple of weeks, and I just felt he was, given the period we were going into, the last period, that's when you're tired, that's when you're likely to really damage you if you've got a weakness. So I just took him off as a precaution. Bojan, we just couldn't get him into the game. He was on the edges of it, so I took him off and we made the change just to tactically have a little bit of a different problem for Norwich. So he's fine. He's available at the weekend. Tonight was a key result for us, in fairness. We've been in this position before where we've just been 10th, 11th, and we've had opportunities against teams to get another 3 points and then really get into the top 10 and really settle it in that position, in that top 10. But we've fluffed the lines a couple of times, but thankfully we didn't do it tonight. And as a consequence, we find ourselves in 7th position. So we want to be in and around that position, hopefully for the rest of the season. Then come March, April, let's see how close we can go. Okay, no problem.